I know he hasn't exactly been in the headlines recently, but RFK Jr. is, of course, still running for president of the United States. And to be honest, with Donald Trump's criminal conviction and RFK, of course, taking more votes away from Trump than Biden, it's possible that RFK Jr. gets elevated to the point where he becomes a real contender instead of just somebody who happens to be running for president right now. And the possibility of him becoming a contender leads me to my next viewer question. This is from Felicia Daniels, 9888, who asks, do you think RFK will spoil the election and prevent anyone from getting to 270 and allow Trump to be installed in the White House? Now, for those of you who are not clear about why she is saying Trump would be installed in the White House if nobody gets to 270, it's because if no candidate for president gets to 270 electoral college votes, Congress gets to decide. So, stupid system, very messed up, very backwards, but that is what would happen. And Republicans control Congress. It's a very slim margin, but a margin nevertheless. And they would, of course, vote for Donald Trump. So there is a chance that something like that could happen. Here's how that would have to work. And to be honest, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. I think there's a decent chance it happens. Not great, but maybe. So, as I mentioned, Donald Trump's poll numbers have been tanking ever since the criminal conviction. There's a chance he gets another conviction under his belt prior to this year's election if the case in front of Judge Tanya Chutkan is allowed to move forward and go to trial prior to the election. Now, if that happens, Trump's going to have 2 criminal convictions, let's be real about that, before the election. So, where do some of those disaffected Republicans who, I'll never vote for a Democrat, but by God, I can't vote for this guy, where do they go? Well, they either stay home or they vote for RFK Jr. Because RFK Jr., Bobby, has been talking more and more like a Republican over the last few years. He is spouting Republican talking points. He has suggested that there may be some kind of political motivation into the prosecution of the Capitol rioters, the anti-COVID vax type stuff, all of that, those are right-wing talking points. So that's why he is attracting more Trump voters, more Republicans, than he is Democrats. And if more and more Republicans say, I'll never vote for Trump, there's a good chance they go to Kennedy. Now, the way he becomes a spoiler for anyone not getting 270, he would have to be able to also pull enough from Biden, which, depending on where you are in the country, is not out of the realm of possibility. But it's not just pulling from Trump and pulling from Biden. He actually has to pull enough to win a couple states. Not 1, not 2, but multiple states. And, more importantly, they can't be the swing states, right? You got to take a blue state from Biden. You have to take a deep red state from Trump and get some swing states. I'm not saying he doesn't have to win any, but he would have to do that to drain both of the total electoral college votes from both Trump and Biden to where neither can hit the 270 mark. And then, of course, Congress gets to make the decision for us and they pick Donald Trump. So that's the way that would happen. Again, not out of the realm of possibility, but let's just sincerely hope we don't get to that point.